Whew. Whew. What a day. What a day. Let me tell you about my day, and then we can get started. So I've been in bed about 90% of the day. I am either got a sinus infection or the flu, something. I have been nasty feeling all day, achy, gross, sweaty, rotten. And it wasn't just me. The dog started vomiting all day today. And now I'm worried about her. So it's just been a hell of a day. So I am so glad to see you guys tonight. Welcome to the channel. If I haven't talked to you, hello Retro, hello Whiskey. It is fantastic to see you all tonight. If I'm a little off, or if I say some things that you guys just don't care about, sorry. But we're kind of celebrating. The ModRetro M64 has launched. I hope you got yours. I hope you got the color you wanted. And if you didn't get the color you wanted, I hope you pre-ordered the smoke console from GameStop. I've had several people come up and tell me that they have. No, I'm not going to rest up, Whiskey. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm a West Virginian. My father was a steel worker. My mother was kind of a douchebag. And you gotta do it. You gotta go. You gotta go. So I'll be okay. Plus, you know, I love you guys. You guys make me feel good. It's like a mother's kiss. So, I got to tell you something, though. The other day, before we get started, because I got some things to show you guys tonight. And some things to talk about the channel. So, the other night, I was in Target, and this guy is waving at me and walks over and says, I watch your live streams. I ordered a ModRetro because of you. And I was like, no shit. I was like, that's awesome, dude. He's like, yeah, man. He goes, I can't wait for it. And that was really, really cool. That was really cool. He talked to me about video games. He's probably had the flu or something and kind of coughed on me. He's probably the reason I'm sick. All right, let me look through some of your messages, and then I'm going to tell you some really good stuff. You take the day off. You don't need to stream it. Nah. We don't take days off here. Miss you, Steve. Xbox isn't the same. Thank you. Just rest up if you need it. No, my Clear M64 arrives on Monday, but I ordered the Clear Pro controller a day later. I'll wait for the controller to arrive before tearing into it. Don't do that. If you have something that you can use, go ahead and use it. Shout out your book. I need a hard copy. I will do that later. This is about the retro stuff. This is about other things before we get about me. I ordered a purple with 2 controllers in all 4 games. It shipped and should be here Tuesday. Retro, you're going to have a blast. That's exactly what I have. Well, I have 4 controllers, but you have the exact same setup. Got purple per your recommendation, and in honor of my Atomic Purple Game Boy Color, it arrives next week. I wish the smoke variant had a red knob like the clear variant. Reluctant, you will be able to buy those and put whatever button you want. You will be able to put whatever button you want. There is no mic, only fear. Hey, Grape, it is good to see you tonight. So, I want to tell you, now that the M64 is out, and some of you have been so loving to me and so good to me, I had an idea. And I went on eBay because the Japanese game market is crashing it, and I bought a brand new, in the box, Japanese Wii U. Now, why did I do that? Well, I am really good when it comes to software and emulation, and this channel is about preservation. And what I'm going to do is on a live stream or some videos, I am going to turn it into an American unit. Then I'm going to show you why the Wii U is the greatest retro console ever made. I'm going to teach you how to hack one, how to do all kinds of stuff with it. And then I'm out looking for PS3s, but I live in West Virginia, and every time I find a used PS3, it literally looks like someone wiped their ass on it. It's terrible. It's disgusting. I feel like I need to go into Kentucky to find a decent PS3, because I was going to do that on the channel too. Because I was going to show everybody, retro gaming, because for a while, we're not gonna have FPGA systems that are going to Team Purple. I bought the green console controller in all 4 games. Should arrive Tuesday. Today, I dug out my old N64 games and an extra controller. I am ready. I found my Game Shark, and I hope it works. It's easier to find a lot lizard in West Virginia than a PS3. It is. It is. In fact, there is a lot Lizzie that lives down the road from me. There are 2 prostitutes that live down the road from me. So tonight, I decided to show you some other things with the Summer Cart and the ModRetro. I have played the bejesus. Team Purple for the win. Team Purple, Team Purple, Team Purple all the way. Let me... Oh, and another thing that I'm going to be doing, and I think everybody needs to know this, is when I teach these, like... What's my address again? When I teach these things, I'm going to be teaching on Mac. Because when you go on YouTube and you look up anything on how to do emulation or stuff like that, 99% of all tutorials are in Windows. And every child I know, my daughter and her generation, they own Macs. You know, they don't mess with Windows. I already have 15 plus consoles. Wii U is one of my few missing, still on my wish list. Get a Japanese one. They are dirt cheap, and the Japanese take care of their shit. All right. So we're going to do something neat tonight. And someone got smart I think it was last week, and said, you don't own all these games. Yes, I do. The GameStop Smoke looks the best, but my discount only works on ModRetro. It does, and I hate that. I hate that. I've never played this game. My son was a big fan of this game. And if you want to see it on filters, I'll do that too. All right. You should see my Steam account. My Steam account's insane. One of the great things about this is playing these titles again and thinking back to all the old stuff. So yeah, it's been crazy here in West Virginia. It's also why I ordered from ModRetro. I did get to see a analog 3D up close. I got to see one playing and got to compare them side by side. What am I playing right now? All retro. Oh, retro. Oh shit, love this game. Hold on a second. I gotta set some things up. I also wanted to show you guys this. Is this on the M64 on the Summer Cart? It is. It is. It is. These are the coming soons in the ModRetro menu that I saw, and I was wanting to talk to everybody about this. Wireless Rumble. It's in quality assurance right now. I want everything made out of the glitter blue crystal shell. Well, I got something to talk to you about tonight about that too. In fact, I'll come back to this. I'm going to show you a couple things real quick. M64 Pro controller interface, built-in controller packs, in-game notifications, virtual save states. Save states. So the guy that got mad and sent me the 39 messages about save states, fuck you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Didn't mean that. There's children in here. Low latency video output, chromatic transfer pack. That guy, the things he said to me, force progressive, and a chromatic video pass-through. My first video experience was on the SNES. Yes, I wanted to show you guys that this stuff works. Is there a fast forward option? There is not. See, these. Steve has less tolerance having the flu. I do, guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I know it's the guy that came up and told me that he was a big fan. You know, he was like, I'm a big fan of your stuff. I love your work. But all this stuff works, guys. All this stuff works. It works great. Thing is, I got to hook the controller up wired. And I don't want to do that right now. So, Kid Dracula. Kid Dracula. Now I'm going to play a lot of Gex tonight. I need a bit of Jack Daniels. It sells out in West Virginia on the weekends. It's good to have you guys in here tonight, man. I really needed this. I needed this tonight. Let's check something out. Well, there's 17 of you in here now. That's crazy. Game Boy Advance. Okay. I do not have any SNES games on, and the one thing that I pride myself on with you guys is telling you the truth. Okay? And SNES games suck on the summer card. For me, I just think they suck. They're not fun. We need the cores. We'll need the cores. It's not fun. One of my last grails is the Wide Boy 64. Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. There was something I wanted to show you guys on here that was really neat. Did anybody watch Y64 this week? Because that's important to me. It's the main thing my channel's about. When did Pokemon get a vampire? I'll go get the cord in a minute and I'll play it. But there's one thing I have to do for everybody on here because it's so important. I ordered this, by the way. And I ordered this too. I want it new in box. Rampage, you want me to play Rampage? I don't care to play Rampage. I've always ignored Jet Force Gemini. Now I want it. Jet Force Gemini is very well priced right now. And I'm just going to tell you guys, as these units come out, I have a feeling that Analog's next move, I think Analog's next move will be to lower the price. And I think that we're going to get into a serious thing between these two games, or between these two systems. And I think that cartridges are going to get absolutely insane. So I'm telling you now, buy them. Get as many cartridges as you can. Get as much stuff as you can. Get everything you can. Because if you don't, I think that cartridges are going to go in. I think it's going to be like what's happening now with the PS3 and the 3DS. Stuff is just... I like the way you break down the Y64 videos in sections. Thank you. Dude, the new console wars rock. I love it that the Analog fanboys have brigaded the N60. It's all-out tribal war. I had people in my comments and people in my emails that went absolutely fucking stupid on me. And I hate to use that language, but it made me so angry because they were, screaming and cussing at me over this stuff. And I'm like, dude, it's retro consoles, And here's the thing. I found myself getting involved in it too because I'm like, you guys have made me hate Analog with the way you act, and I don't want to hate the Analog system. I think it's great. I think it's a great console. I think everything about it's nice. I think everything they do is great. I don't understand why anybody would. It's very irritating. So, I need to go in there and get my save states and stuff. I actually have a stack of complete in-box Nintendo 64 games that I've been collecting for the past few years. Hot tip, Japanese N64 games are crazy cheap. I've noticed that. I got to play a little Gex. If I don't play a little Gex, everybody's going to be upset. So, Gex tattoos are very expensive too. Yes, yes. Japanese N64 games are crazy cheap. Got to play a little Ken Griffey Slugfest. Yes. But I am a Gex channel first and foremost, so. Oh, Lord, guys. It's been a day. It's been a day. Does Whatnot have good pricing? eBay is getting nuts. For right now, never shopped Whatnot. Yes. I really want Dana Gould to do a intro for the channel. The Rec Room. Ugh. The Japanese ones don't hit the same. Well, yeah. Because you're probably can't read them. That'd kind of be my problem. I'd be like, this is awesome. But yeah, like I said, guys, tonight I just feel so trashy. No Mercy action since SummerSlam is today. You know what? I'll go one further. Yeah, the Japanese one probably wouldn't hit the same for me. So, I'm going to tell you guys something special I'm going to do for everybody on this channel. There is a company called Retro Stage. And Retro Stage makes something called an N64 blaster. And I bought an N64 blaster, which takes several weeks to get to me. And I bought some boards. And I bought some really cool, very cool, translucent cases. And what I'm going to do on every one of my streams is I am going to give away one of those carts that I make off of modded games. Because if you guys are going to show me love, I got to show it back. I think Jake was a heel then. Maybe don't carry on, Eric. My shipping level just got home. What did I miss? Ray Tom, you've missed nothing. You've missed me talking about how great you all are and that I ordered a Wii U and that I ordered things to make cartridges for people. Now, I'm not going to make things like Ogre Battle and stuff like that. I will not do that. But I will make modified games like Zelda the Missing Link. I will do that for you. What are you doing not choosing to go to Hulk Hogan? I always choose heels. I grew up as a heel. I used to piss my friends off. We would go to wrestling shows, and I would make and I would always talk so much shit to the faces. My daughter does it too. Upcoming games. You should be very excited for the upcoming games. The upcoming games are going to be great. I bought these little plastic cases made by Pride in the 90s. They fit the cart, the manual perfectly. Yeah, I'm going to make you cases and everything for them. I'm going to make this something very special for you guys. You know, you'll get copies of like WCW. What am I doing? Get down. Shotgun Mario, things like that. I want to give back to this group because you guys have been like I was talking to my wife in the car the other day. I was like, yeah, I've got like 300 subscribers. She's like, 300 people give a shit what you say? I was like, yeah, absolutely. So those of you that are getting M64s, what's the first thing that's going in there? What's the first game that's going in? Let me hear it. Yeah, classic wife. Yeah, she's like, really? People want to listen to what you have to say? She gets shocked when she comes to my book things. She's like, why are there so many people here? I'm like, well, I do okay. New wrestling games are great, but these are classic. I'm going to do a playthrough of Buck Bumble, Banjo-Tooie, Perfect Dark, Super Mario 64. I love that game. I love everything you guys have said so far. Tell the wife to chat said to make me meatballs and jam. They don't make that here. Snap. There's one out there. Okay. Did Hogan win? Hogan won. Snap is a good call. Snap, that's ooh. Ooh. Greatest game of all time, Ocarina of Time. Can't argue with that. I can't argue there. Book release date, please. Book release date is September 21st, 2026. I was going to do Perfect Dark, but I'm leaning towards Star Flux to replay it before I do the Switch 2 version. I don't blame you. Grape, I remember those Pride plastic clamshell cases. Oh my gosh, I just looked them up. I really want some, but they are expensive. I'm going to kill Virgil. And then I'll play something else for you guys. I need to learn to play games a little more. I don't play enough. Oh, man. What a day, guys. What a day. Just insane. I have just felt like crap all day. Holy moly. Sometimes you can get them in bulk for a good deal. I'm going to look this stuff up. I'm going to buy them all. They don't make plastic like they used to. No, they don't. No! You guys remember the problem. Feel better and have a drink? I have. I've had a couple things. I mean, wife always puts so much medicine in me. Have a better chance. I need about 50 of them for 50 copies of Gex. I'm gonna inflate the price. I think I didn't realize until you guys started how much Gex, how popular Gex was. You know, I knew Gex had done okay. You know, but I had no idea how big Gex actually was, especially after the re-release that they just did. Limited Run Games just did a re-release, you know, of the 3 games. Try to get him quit. Corner the market on Gex. I kind of need to. I love me some Gex, man. You guys made me. Gex's foundation. Maybe because of the Donkey videos. Maybe. Never thought about that. So tonight, I've decided that Virgil will no longer be able to have children. Do I realize how expensive Chameleon Twist has become? No. My son was a big fan of the first one. You guys play a lot of Chameleon Twist? There is a game, it's Tail Time. There's a game that someone told me to play. What is it? Championship Drive or something. It said it was very grand. Everything green. It's very Gran Turismo-y, and that I would really enjoy it. That I would really, really enjoy it. Is it on here? Should be on here. Everything doubled recently. It's going to get worse. What's the name of that? What's the name of that place I get the cases from? What is the name of that place that I get the cases from? Their plastic cases. Hold on a second. I'll tell you guys what it is. I'll tell you what the name of the store is. I buy them off of them because they're really nice. Retro game cases. I buy retro game cases from Retro Game Cases. They are really, really nice. Very, very nice. They're a little high, but yeah, when you care about your collection, because again, these things have a very personal, I have a very personal attachment to this stuff. I think they're $9. Yeah, they're $9 and something a piece, but they're freaking beautiful. So, sorry, I didn't mean to go away from you there for a minute. Yeah, it's good stuff. So, let me get over here. Okay, let's look. I'm debating about buying 40 Winks. There's a company called Pico ported it. Okay. I went down a Bomber and Man rabbit hole last night. Well, what did you find in that rabbit hole? It's hard to find clean ones. I knew for sure you buy them new in the stores in the 90s. Got a ton of 64 games at Southern Fried Gaming Expo. Dark Rod Arts? Where is the Southern Fried Game Expo? Looks like if you get the green tinted ones, they hide age better than the clear ones. Yes, I just don't know how they green out the manual. There's a Banjo Special Edition too. What's your favorite pickups that you got? 40 Winks is a good game. 40 Winks is on here. I think I've got 40 Winks on here. Playing this online would be crazy. It would be absolutely crazy because I would beat your ass at it. I mean, I would just smash you. You might be able to take me at any first-person shooter, but this, I would just whoop you, fear, so bad, so badly that you would call me on the phone and apologize for being as bad as you are. SFGE in Atlanta. I have not been to Atlanta in decades. Bomberman Hero for N64 has a crazy good soundtrack. Bomberman Hero is such an underrated game, and it is something that I really hope that you guys that pick up the M64 or an Analog 3D, or even if you emulate, listen, man, I'm not one of those sticklers. If you emulate, that's fine. Got to do an online Royal Rumble. You're damn right we do. Again, guys, if I'm off tonight, if I'm off, I'm sorry. I have the flu or a severe sinus infection. I don't know which one. I'll find out tomorrow. Going to ask my chat something because someone mentioned this game to me, and I need to know if anyone has played it. Has anyone played this game? Yo, Roo. GT64 Championship Edition. How do homebrews and ROM hacks run on the M64? Whiskey, they run phenomenal. I just showed you a ROM hack called WWF Saturday Night's Main Event, and it runs like a dream. Was Zelda a gray or gold card? Oh, he's talking about things he picked up. Right? Oh, I got Perfect Dark, which is phenomenal. Episode 1 Racer, which is even better. Wipeout 64 and Zelda. I have a Japanese copy of Bomberman Hero. Zelda was gray. I'd rather have the gray. I know that sounds crazy, but I'd rather have the gray. Yeah, man. Modded ROMs. I don't know if I'll be able to play this. I have no idea if I'll be able to play this the way I feel. looking at back through some stuff. Can't wait to play Perfect Dark. I would bring some of my cartridges in here, but some of my cartridges have started to have a lot of issues, and that's one of the main reasons I use a summer cart. I'm going to post a picture one day online of my collection, so you guys can be like, oh, okay. I have Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. So expensive. So expensive. I stole that from a Blockbuster. I don't know if you guys know that. That's kind of a thing. What is it about Blockbuster and these games that I keep stealing from them? So, yes, this is F-Zero Climax. And this was, someone ported the GBA tracks to the N64 cart. And this is, I've never played Perfect Dark. Is it worth a playthrough? It absolutely is worth a playthrough. Grape, you can overclock now. It shouldn't slow down. I don't know if I can play this. You practice a little bit. Almost made a bad decision, bought a complete in-box StarCraft for $350. What I tell you my rule was? What I tell you about my rule? I have a rule. I will not spend. Decomp is sick. I'm going to start doing those on the channel too. I need to say that there's more to the N64 and stuff like it, because again, like we've all talked about, this channel is mainly for Andrew, and one thing I wanted to do was really show, you know, shit together, Steve. Yeah, before I logged on tonight, I was sitting there before I logged on tonight, I took my temperature, and I think it's like 100.6, not 106, 100.6. So I'm feeling pretty, at my age, you feel pretty shitty. Yeah. Play Superman. I would rather you come over and beat the shit out of me than play Superman. I would rather you come to my home and whip me with a belt than play Superman 64. I am hoping though that ModRetro gets the rights to redo Superman 64. Perfect Dark just got a 3DS port that looks good. Really? I share your rule on retro video game prices. Yes, because not higher than manufacturer's retail price. Look, man, I get it. I get that I forgot the soundtrack on this game slaps. It does. Is Theme Retro Controller good? Is the ModRetro controller good? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah, it's the best part of the machine. Don't tempt me with a good time. Yes, the ModRetro controller is the best part of this. The machine is awesome, and I think I've talked about it in my videos. When you get this controller in your hands, you are like, are you kidding me? It is real. And there was all these video game like YouTubers that were laughing at them like, oh, this is the best premium controller, pro controller you can get. It is. It is. When you hold this in your hands, you will not believe how nice it is to play with this. The only thing that sucks, and again, gotta be honest with you, okay, is right now, I think the patches are 2 weeks or so that you get this stuff for save files and things like that. But if I need to save, I go and grab, because I've got a Hyperkin and a regular N64 control. With my summer card, I can't save wirelessly to that yet. I'm telling you, these Batman Beyond, why are you wanting me to play things that will make me sicker? Blues Brothers 2000. I did an entire video on Blues Brothers 2000 and Carmageddon 64. I actually said that Carmageddon 64 gave my son the flu, or gave him the vomiting flu. So you prefer playing wirelessly even though there's no rumble yet? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because there's nothing like being old and kicking your feet up on the couch and just sitting back and playing this stuff. Just sitting back and just playing this stuff wirelessly. Playing GoldenEye on your couch wirelessly. There's nothing like a Great Gamer 9797 says, play Japanese games. Well, most of my Japanese ROMs are translated. My TV is like 12 foot, so it's just too short for the 10-foot cable. Beetle Adventure Racing. I cannot play Beetle Adventure Racing. I'm saving it for something special. I'll play HSV. See, you guys make me feel better. Can you try Extreme G2, please? I will. In fact, I will go back behind me and get the. Do you want ModRetro cards can hold 1 gigabyte? When the old N64 cards could only hold 64, which means we'll get bigger and better games, and I can't wait. Yeah, we have stuff coming that is going to be really cool. So I'm going to share your rule except for one game. I need to buy a copy of Paper Mario. I'm not going to argue with you on that, man. There are certain games that people will say, I can't. I will play HSV. A lot of people don't know that about HSV. There any GTA for the Nintendo 64? There is not a top-down version. Now, I'm going to tell you something, and I've been hearing this. Torn has talked about porting, getting ports of PlayStation games, regular PS1 games, over to the N64. And I would shit if they did it with Grand Theft Auto 2. Play Forsaken. I can play Forsaken. I might throw up because I'm sick. Game looks like The Simpsons. This game is actually like balls to the wall, really fun. I cannot wait for the SNES score, guys. The SNES score is where we're going to have fun. There's some great Japanese games, man. And I'm playing everything clean tonight because PS1 on N64. Well, I can tell you right now that's happening. He's already said it. They have something in the works that is a PS1 game that is being ported to the N64 that was not released. That's being ported. Well, I stream games for you. Bet your ass I will stream games from the SNES era if there's a SNES score. And we will reminisce about the SNES. Even though the N64 was with my time with Andrew, and SNES is a little bit before it. Andrew's favorite game is, well, his favorite game is Majora's Mask, but his second is easily Earthbound. And we'll do Earthbound playthroughs. We'll do all kinds of things. Probably Croc, probably, because they have a very good rapport. Will you stream? Oh, I read that already. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm kind of tonight. I woke up and I just felt like someone had just beat the brakes off me. I'm hearing my voice too. I was supposed to meet with the editors and stuff today, and I was just like, yeah, that's not happening. Yes to Superman. How about no? Hope ModRetro does the GBA. I can guarantee you that ModRetro's next machine is the Chromatic Advance. What cores are ModRetro working on so far? I don't know that. But I'm going to tell you the first two we will see. I will tell you the first two we will honestly see. There is no way you will not see the SNES core, and there's no way you won't see like an arcade core. I would freak if it's Rayman. If Rayman is the first one they poured over, I will freak if it's Rayman. Because I always wanted Rayman, because Rayman 2 is on here. Carmageddon 64, if not Superman 64. Man, Carmageddon 64 almost killed my son. It gave him the flu so bad. Batman Beyond 2. Yes to that as well. You know, I'm trying to grow a channel, guys. Not run people off. I don't want to be known as the streamer that plays shitty games. Very shittily. I love Rayman on PS1. Yes, and it is brutal. Brutal. So. If I put in Extreme G2, I'm going to tell you right now, that is probably the worst game I've ever played to me. That I can't play that game. I've never been good at them, and I don't know why. Somebody asked for something specific. I'm not listening to 3 guys in here that want Superman 64. Body Harvest is GTA 0. You're right. Forsaken. Let's see. I got Forsaken on here, don't I? Yes. I remember getting this on PC and going, playing shitty games worked for Donkey. I'm not as funny as Donkey. You can show off that even the ModRetro makes shit games look good, though. I can. But I did, like I said, I did see a analog 3D. And I saw it up close. And the analog 3D image quality right now is better than an M64. But you are talking about something that is going to be improved. Let them get through this launch weekend, and I'm telling you, you're going to see update after update after update. Are you using a summer cart? I am using a summer cart. I am using a summer cart right now because I am not going through the house and pulling boxes down and doing that kind of stuff right now. I can because they're on a shelf behind me. I do have the ModRetro games behind me. Forsaken 64 is really cool. I just hope I don't look. Because like I said, my stomach is. And I'm not doing it any favors by slamming Coca-Cola into it. Does the ModRetro have remappable controls? That could fix most games, to be honest.
The game begins. There is carnage ahead. And
not yet.
For the victor, there is honor and the spoils of battle. For the vanquished, there is pain and humiliation.
Still waiting for the email.
Not an option for
When's your order?
Forsaken.
Really, dude? I forgot it's backwards. I've just been... I remember when this came out on PC. You know, hold on a second. Does that look better for you guys? I wonder how many units they sold. Okay, I can tell you that they did really well. They did really well. They did really, really well. They did good. My boys did good. And girl. My boys and girl did really good. They did really good. And I'm really happy for them. I sent a message 3 nights ago congratulating them on the successful launch and telling them that I hope that everything works out great and They were like, that means the world to us. So they really were. They've done a really good job because I want this stuff to sell well. I'm hoping we see a PlayStation. I'm hoping we see a PlayStation like this. I know that people are wanting the cores and just an all-in-one unit, but I would like to have like, I would love with this kind of quality that they've got here to have like a PlayStation type unit, because I have a ton of PlayStation games. But this was more for Andrew, you know my the N64. My memories of the N64 are. But we have a GBA and possible CRT in the works. We have a GBA in the works. We don't just have a GBA in the works. I mean, we have a GBA in the works. Oh, I'm gonna die because I can't. But yeah, I don't know. Once you're done, get on the live chat. But yeah, man, it's just, I don't know. I think the GBA will come out next time. I think it's quicker. I think they'll announce it because they got this thing out in no time. All these people that kept saying, you know, they showed the thing at Christmas and then they were like, oh, we're all done, we're all done, we're all done. You know. Wonder what the form factor will be. It'll look like the original. I think it'll look like the original GBA. I think it'll be the flat, not the SP. I think it'll be the flat. One of each color of the Pro controller. Dude, they'll be back in no time. The one that's going to be crazy to get a hold of is Smoke. That's going to be the one that's absolutely insane to get a hold of is Smoke. Smoke is going to be so stupid. Ugh. I'll put Gauntlet on for you. I know how you feel. Green and Red sold very, very well. Metal Gear Solid M64. They would have to talk to Konami, and they'd probably have to take a lot of the voice acting out. Well, no, not like you said, a 1 gigabyte cartridge. We do really hope they do the same thing and manufacture a ton of GBAs to ward off scalping and make sure everybody can get one. Gotta love them for that. MGS. I tell you what would be amazing, but there's no effing way it would happen. Okay? If you guys, you guys want a pipe dream from me, okay? The one game that I would freak out if they released it for this, I don't care if the cartridge, the manufacturer retail price was $99, I'd pay it. Okay? Final Fantasy VII. If they can do a 1 gigabyte cartridge, they can fit the whole thing on there. Yeah, I think they can fit a whole thing. I think they could compress and fit the whole thing. And that if Square would talk to them and let them redo Gex, and let them redo, or let them finally put Final Fantasy VII on the machine that it was originally going to be created for, I think that would be the greatest thing of all time. I really do. I think that would be the greatest thing of all time. I don't know how you guys feel about that. But I think Final Fantasy VII, and that's, Retro, Square's not even going to let them do Gex. Square ain't going to let them do anything. Like Ogre Battle 64, nope, they won't let them do it. Could you imagine, though, if they got to do Ogre Battle 64, what that would do to the cartridge price? And how many people could play one of the greatest RPGs ever made? It's very personal, but I don't understand the story behind your son. Did he pass away in an accident? Okay. I'll tell the story real fast. I'm probably going to have to start telling the story every time I do the stream because we get new people in every time. My son passed away in 2023. It was very rough, and I could not go through his things. In 2026, I found a shoebox that belonged to him. And opened it up, and there were Game Boy games inside. And in that box was a busted up Game Boy. And I went online to buy a Game Boy, and I was going to buy an Analog Pocket because I'd heard of them. And they were sold out, and they were insanely high to buy. And if you guys know anything about Andrew, I was very, very close with Andrew. We were tight. He was 27 years old. So I end up getting a chromatic because the chromatic was available at a GameStop, and I went and bought it, and I came home and I put Drew's game in, and I went crazy. I cried like a baby. I'm a writer, okay, and we'll talk about that sometime later. I've got books out. I do all kinds of writer stuff here in West Virginia. Do very well with it. It's pretty fun. And so I just turned around, and I wasn't even thinking, just started writing a letter to their customer service. Okay? I started writing a letter to their customer service, and when I wrote that letter, 6 hours later, their customer service wrote back and went, holy shit. They were like, thank you. And they're like, do you care if we send this upstairs? And there are two people that run this company, Palmer Luckey and Torrin Hearnson. And they sent it to Torrin Hearnson. Torrin writes me back in six hours later, and we start talking. And we develop a really good rapport. We're talking back and forth. And then one day, he's like, well, what color is your son's chromatic? Well, my son's GBA, or GB, excuse me. It's yellow. It's yellow. So, he sends me this. But also in that box, way down deep, was the pre-production unit of the M64. And I'm telling you, I had this before 90% of the press did. I think the only two people I know of that had it before I did were Mad Little Pixel and Topher A, who I love both their channels. If you've never checked them out, please do. But they sent me that, and then they never put a muzzle on me. There were all these restrictions, and they were just like, let Steve go. They're like, create a YouTube channel as a tribute to your son. And so I did. So when you watch Y64, when the series that I'm kind of doing for this channel, when you see that, it's a tribute to the memories I have, because Andrew loved the Game Boy, and Andrew loved the Nintendo 64. These were his things. So I just, and I appreciate all the heartfelt. I see it all up there. I appreciate the heartfelt love. I get it all the time now. He was a wonderful guy. Loved his stuff. Thought his stuff was, he loved this stuff. We could talk about this. One of my favorite things, though, was trolling. I loved trolling because he'd talk about Earthbound, which I didn't play Earthbound for a long time. I never played Earthbound when Super Nintendo was out, and I tell him all the time how much it sucked. I was like, that sucks. That game sucks. He'd oh, brr, 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 brr. I'd never touched it. Nothing but good experiences with ModRetro and the Chromatic. Nothing but good experiences with the company. Okay, there's someone in their press department that talks to me all the time. I know she knows my dog's name. They know my dog's name. They check on me all the time. And just to let you guys know this, if you're not sold on one, I got a message, an email from a member of the ModRetro team that said that my son Andrew was as big a part of the launch as anybody that worked there. And that made me feel like $1 million. And they got a fan for life. And listen, I don't care if you emulate, I don't care if you do analog 3D, but at least give them a little love because of what they did. Earthbound's an amazing game. It is. It's deeply saddening. I cannot imagine how hard it is. Yeah, it's... Crash Bandicoot would go crazy. Crash all the way. They did crash. If they did crash, I think that the PlayStation forums would explode. The kind of company I wish they all were. And your story is so powerful. Thank you. And that's what this channel is for. This channel is in memory of him and the stuff that I have with him and the fun that I had with him. And I can tell you, as we go through Y64, that's why I mention him a lot in there. It's when you get through there and you notice the way I'm ranking the games, a lot of them are because of stories I have with him. So, it's very important that I, hold on a second, because I actually grabbed the wrong controller. So yes, he was fantastic. And
Single race. Full grid.
I'm going easy so I can rage quit. Mount Mayhem. Where's Gex Green? They don't have Gex Green. Loving the Y series so far. Thank you. Playing my chromatic. Hell yes, you are. I love that thing.
Welcome to Mount Mayhem.
I love how this game has such an amazing... I have an analog 3D, and I got an M64 to support ModRetro, and the M64 everything is good for the future, so I'll sell my... Yeah. Yeah, I know. Y64 is going to be... Shit. I forgot to do the slide. The game is trash. Like, you know what? You're right. This game's trash without Gex Green. My med's wearing off. What I can't wait is for the chromatic pass-through. What I can't wait for is... Anybody ever play this game? Somebody told me to play this one too. I have this, but it's shrink wrapped. I was just playing Pokemon Blue on my chromatic, leveling up my Magikarp. So strong now. I had a whole backstory for a Pokemon Crystal playthrough, but I just can't do it tonight, guys. I feel so bad. We're going to create a character named Frida, and Frida's mom, it's why her dad left, because she has a thing for Pokemon professors, and now she kind of wants her to, she's forcing her out of the house to go try to be a trainer. I had this whole backstory written. It was Rampage World Tour. That's a second Rampage. So, Rampage World Tour. Yeah. There's 25 of you in here. Publishing new games. Yeah, well, yes. The only thing I wish the chromatic had is save states. I think that they're starting, because of all the complaining, I think that they're starting to look and say, okay, I'm just telling you guys, man, it's nice to be back. It's nice to be back. It is nice for the N64 to be getting the love. Someone asked me the other day, they were talking to me, and they said, Steve, why is, jump down. So why is, these systems, why are they doing these systems? And I said, man, the thing is, and the reason I think they're doing these systems is because this is what everybody kind of grew up on. You guys kind of grew up on these, right? I mean, because Drew did, and this console meant the world to him. I forgot about the water. And I love that. So, I haven't played this in a long time either. I love the arcade game. If you see that guy in the window right there in the red, that kind of looks like people from around here. Memories of the arcade in the mall. Well, that's what I'm saying, man. There's so many memories that everybody seems to have with the N64, and that's kind of the thing I love about this, is that everybody's like really enjoying. This was the machine they started on. I love this. It needs to be preserved. Yes, it needs to be saved because we're losing all of this. Palmer Lucky is my age, and our generation grew up on Game Boy Color, SNES, N64, PS1, PS2, and GameCube. Also beginning about Steve doing. When we get the era when FPGA hits GameCube and PS2, I've said this before, we've peaked. We will have peaked. We don't need to go any further. Get a mister? Get a mister. Get a mister. Get a mister. I can't tell you. VGE, Video Game Esoterica. If you're not subscribed to that channel, please do, because he's amazing in everything he does. He's so technical and so great at this, and I love listening to him, talk about all the good things here. Get a sister. I have a sister. One of the things I like about this machine is it does feel to me, except for the speed, when I'm moving around, and now go from great to is greater. It feels like an N64, except for the overclocking. It does feel like it to me. Yeah, outside of FPGAs that are affordable. I know, but once we get that, when we hit that, and we will eventually, when we hit that, we're going to get, ModRetro said they have 20 games lined up for the M64. Yeah, there's 16 more that they've got in the pipe right now. In the pipe right now. Ready to roll. So, let's see. Should make a controller after him, name engraved on the back. I have to be honest. I've been really proud because I said when I first started this that if I could sell 10 or 15 units, if I could sell 10 to 15 units for them, that to me, that was more important than anything else in the world. And I think I've did it Get Her Love? Yep. It's a dating game.
Select your watercraft, please.
Any more chromatic games being released? Yeah, there's a bunch. They've got a bunch of stuff in the pipe. You just got to pay attention to them. I mean, you definitely have done it. Thank you, man. Thank you. Z64. I had a Z64. A lot of people don't know what the hell that is. I had a Z64. Because where Drew and I had two different units. Yeah. I kept the cartridges, and he would take the Z64, or he would take the Z64 with him. He tore it up, though. Count me as one as you sold. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, dude, you really don't realize how much that means to me. Wave Race is peak. Wave Race is so under. I don't know why Nintendo didn't keep this franchise going and get absolutely batshit zany with it. That would have been so awesome. What is a Z64? Z64 was a thing you set on top of your Nintendo 64. They were $425. And they used a little thing called a zip disk. And you put your game on the zip disks, and you could play copies of the game. instead of having to go buy other ones. Because here in West Virginia, yeah, we had a Toys R Us, but their stock kind of sucked. And there was a GameStop here, and their stock kind of sucked too. And what would happen is we would, they should do a PS1 though, and their games should be CDs with back polycarbonate bottom layer. I don't know if anybody's going to do a PlayStation. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if someone put Wave Race as number 1. Spoiler for Y64 this week. It's number 33. It's number 33. And I think you guys will enjoy it because I got to have some. They have it. It's called the Superstation 1. I would buy one of those, but it would take like 6 years to get one. Should have never sold my Mr. Backup. Those things were cool. I tried to get one of those. Talking, you don't want to be pissed if the ModRetro did a PS1. I need something I'm going to just play all through the night with you guys.
Move on to the next round.
I am glad you guys showed up tonight. I'm really happy. I had a feeling I wouldn't have as many people as I did last week because the machine's out now, you know. But I am looking forward to showing you guys like some of the crazy stuff that we're going to be doing. Just double checked. I did credit you on Palmer's M64 video. It has 28 uploads right now. Thank you. I pre-ordered 10 years ago for the Superstation. You're now collecting Social Security. So is your Superstation pre-order. I was talking about this as I was doing a script today for Y64 this week. This machine, the N64, is 30. A lot of people don't realize it's 30. It has now, the M64, has had such a long life. It can drink, it can smoke. It could have committed a horrible crime at 18 and already been out and telling the community how they've changed. It's been that long. You know, a lot of people don't realize that this machine is 30. I'm going to keep coming back, friend. Thank you. We're here to support you and you enjoy your contract. Whiskey, Grape, and myself will come back just for Gex. I appreciate that. PS1 will be sick. I recently got a PS1 Slim with a bunch of games, including Jackie Chan, Stunt Master, Tekken 3, Ridge Racer, and GTA for only $80. Dude, that's a good deal. See, the problem is, though, man, you know, I watched a video. I don't know if I'll ask you guys. I watched a video. This guy has some Wii U games, and he started turning them over, and some of them had disc rot. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, uh-oh. Yeah, I gotta go look at all my stuff. The last thing I want is my Saturn games to disc rot. You guys okay with the CRT filter tonight? If you have not played this, or do not know what this is, yes. That's all I can say. I don't think the whole disc rot thing is as prevalent as people say. It's more likely in humid climates. I live in West Virginia. Okay? All right? We think swamp ass is just a regular condition that everybody has. We don't realize that it's not a normal thing. Sure, yeah? That's why I love Cart's new disc rot. Yeah, but bit rot. We get bit rot, right? Maybe. Is it real? I don't know. Can you show how to use the expansion pack works with chromatic in M64. Pass-through isn't there yet. It will be soon. They did make the new chromatic cards built to last. I'm wondering if, like with the card updater, if it's going to be like the chromatic where you can just take your Tetris card and put whatever the hell you want on it. I do too. I expect the vast majority of my game collection to outlast me. Absolutely. I forgot how good this looks on here. How many of you are excited for... Did you buy Switch 2s because of what is coming? That would be neat. According to Reddit rumors. I don't know. I hope they do. I know that they open sourced that cart, so you... I know they open sourced the cart, so like the guy that made Junk Runner, I hope he starts using them. I want them so badly to get Junk Runner. Junk Runner is by far and away one of the best surprises, and I think I played that for you guys already. Some of my oldest games are almost as old as I am. Yeah. I even use a Costco trick for Switch 2. Okay, I know the Costco trick. Same thing as a Sam's Club trick. I bought one ahead of the price increase because I Switch 2 day one, except for the new Mario. I'm still waiting. Well, I think this holiday though, you're going to get like one of the coolest. I saw that he showed footage of it, and I was like, oh my god, dude, that he's the man. Somebody needs to get him. Even at 20 frames per second. Wait, what's the trick? The trick is that you can get at Costco or Sam's Club Nintendo points, like Nintendo eShop gift cards. Like I can get $100 for like $74.99, and then you put those on your account, and then like you end up getting your Switch 2 for like $349 instead of $449 because you save $25 per card. Wasn't Junk Runner secret? I think it's two or three people in it. I could be wrong here. Give me a second, guys. I'm a little dizzy. Junk Runner. There's nothing like Junk Runner. A Junk Runner is just such a pleasant surprise. It's such a pleasant surprise. It is amazing. Switch 2 is a disappointment until now. It depends. It depends on how you feel about it. Damn, that is a good trick. That is a very good trick. And people should use it. I really hope ModRetro can convince them to release a copy for the M64. I said that in one of my live streams. Might be the first one you were here. I said, no matter what he wants, give it to him. Get it in a really cool looking cart with the Donkey Kong Bonanza was amazing. I played that with my daughter. I'm trying to think of what else I played on Switch 2. I played a bunch of stuff on Switch 2. Ugh. I think I'm going to have a bad night, fellas. I ache all over. I feel like the Switch 2 was worth it just for the frames per second increases on a lot of Switch 1 games. Yes. He's going to start a crowd start like Kickstarter to help boost his new game. And I would love ModRetro should just say whatever you want, we'll give it to you. They really should. They really should. They should just let him, give him whatever the hell it is he wants. Because he is the man. I'm trying to find something that would just be easy on me tonight, guys. Guys, real talent when coming to making N64 games. Supposedly, there's all these development tools that have come out that make it very easy to do. You know what? I know what we play. I know. When I went back and looked through my stuff, this right here, when's the next N64 game release? They will tease me with stuff, but they don't tell me things like that. Didn't like Mario Kart World as much as I did the last one. This actually had, like, when I went back and looked through my live streams, more people watched this than you can imagine. What games are in the pipeline? Educated guess. I think we're going to see a ton of I've said this in this room before. I truly do believe that we will see. I think Conqueror's coming. Steven is ModRetro in disguise. Croc is definitely coming. If Croc doesn't come, I would be stunned. I can see Rare doing really, especially after the Everdrive thing. Microsoft doesn't care. They just want to make money. And Microsoft wouldn't have to do anything. I've even said on this stream, and I like to really put, there's people that actually know me that are in here. I like to put my foot down when it comes to stuff like that. I truly do believe that Conquer's bad for a day. And I think it'll be very quickly, too. I think Conquer's bad for a day will come. Microsoft doesn't want to do anything with it, but, you know, Palmer doesn't give a shit. He would love to have that game. He'd flex all day on it. He'd tweet about it every day. When I talked about that in the Y64, I've never seen a company fall further from grace than Rare. And it breaks my heart because Rare was truly something special. I love this game, dude. I love this game. And you'd be surprised. There were so many people when I was doing the live streams that asked specifically for this game. They wanted me to play this game. They were like, please play New Tetris. Bungie, yes. Bungie's true. Bungie is very disappointing, but I don't think that anybody. Well, you know what? We can just say it across the board. What is the common denominator? What is the common denominator that both those companies have in common? You know, it's Microsoft. You know, it's like, and listen, I think one of the major problems, and that's why I think that we see this company with ModRetro and even Analog doing so well with their fan bases and with people is because they're gamers. When Palmer Luckey talks about video games, or Torrin Herndson or whoever from ModRetro, they care about video games. I think that's the same way with the Analog people. They care. I don't know the guy's name. They care. But when you look at Microsoft, I think they put a bunch of suits in charge of the show, and they were like, they didn't know what the hell made a good video game and what didn't. After the guys that launched the 360 left, I don't think anybody there knew what they were doing. Jiggies Of Time. Well, BioWare is nearly there today. You know what's crazy though? When you think about Rare, Bungie, and BioWare, when you think of those guys, Bethesda, they sat on their asses since 2011 when Skyrim came out. Yeah. How many different Tetris games does the N64? They have a lot. Hello, Messi. It's nice to see you again. Rare was better than Bungie. Yes. What's been added to this ROM hack? Well, why don't we find out? Hard to make games when you get $1 million cash. 100 million cash. Did it lock up? Nope, it didn't. I've had that happen on some ROM hacks. I love that. Midway's the one I miss. Oh, God, me too. The best ROM hacks are Shotgun Mario, The Missing Link, Hero of Time, Mario Kart Amped. I've showed a bunch of these if you go back through my live streams, I've showed a ton. My first one was all ROM hacks and translations. I wasn't allowed to show any like solid gameplay. It's from like Slow down there. Go to the Lost Woods. Learn how to use them. Mario Kart Amped Up is fantastic. I have enjoyed Amped Up. I love Amped Up. Nintendo would never. I would put that in the realm of no. They are the most guarded, protected company there is. And they would... I feel like Phil Spencer had a good grip, but pressure from executives room. I think that the problem with Phil Spencer, and I have thoughts on Phil Spencer. I think Phil Spencer is a nice guy, but I think that Phil Spencer's problem is that Phil Spencer was like, oh, well, we'll let them do what they want, and instead of coming out of the tower and saying, hey, what are you guys working on? He just said, well, let them do their creative freedom, and then the next thing you know, you get a game like Redfall. He should have been up their ass making sure that Smash Remix is fantastic. It's just I don't. So. Yeah. Phil Spencer was he's too nice a dude, And the thing is, I understand at the end of the day, we're playing video games, but it's still a business. Nintendo understands that. Sony definitely understands it. I love how Sony was I thought it was insane how Sony was just like, we understand that you're pissed off. We get it. We know, but we don't care. We don't care. We don't care that you're mad. Don't mean shit to us. Sorry. I can't remember what that molehill is. But, and that's what we're going to be dealing with now. I love the new Xbox Series. 14% to make Elder Scrolls. Well, here's the thing. They should have been out already. I'm trying to remember what I was doing here. Honestly, I don't care if the CEO is a gamer as long as they value and listen to people that are gamers. Well, that's just it. They think that we don't know what the hell we're talking about. And that's the problem. When you listen to a gamer talk about, saving Microsoft, a lot of the ideas they have are better than anything that those guys came up with. That's the part that I find that boggles my mind. Is that they literally come up with ideas that are better than, what the people are coming up with. For example, why did Banjo and Conker just sit on a shelf? Xbox is over. I agree. I don't think Xbox got 2 years in them. I think Microsoft finally just pulls the plug on them soon. I just can't see it. Guys, I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see them staying around. And, which Nintendo's going to be fine. That system is selling well. If they kill physical media like PlayStation, I'll abandon and only support companies like ModRetro and indie devs making physical games on Kickstarter. The one thing I do appreciate is that Nintendo, I know Pocopia was on a game key card, but nothing from Nintendo has been. The cynic in me tells me the problem isn't that they don't understand what we want. It's that their business plans are contrary to the investors' bottom lines. So they just try and minimize the damage. The thing is, great games sell. Great games sell. If you release a great game, it's very rare that a game that touches people doesn't at least have some success. You know what I mean by that? I find that very strange is that they're always talking about, Nintendo, like Microsoft, they're like, well, we didn't see Conker making money. Conker would have made a ton of money. We all would have made, everybody would have rushed out to get Conker. People would have bought Xboxes to play Conker. People would have bought Xboxes to play Banjo. People would have bought Xboxes to play Gears. And listen, I'm not going to get into some cultural war stupid stuff, but another thing is everything just got so crazy. Nobody just said, where's the kick-ass button? Everything had to have these deep philosophical stories, and I just wanted to shoot demons from hell. PS3 and Xbox 360 are the last full physical consoles, basically, and I'm happy Nintendo went back to cartridges. Me too. Me too. I'm finding something, guys. I know. I'm just, like I said, I can feel my fever rising a little bit. I'm still ugh. So. This one, World Driver Championship. Someone talked to me about that the other day. Play anyway. If I want to, I'll get my Midway. There's another GT6 new physical launch. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you release a game? Japan really cares about physical media. Yeah, Japan doesn't like losing their rights of stuff. Japan wants their things. Doom Reboot is sold well, great games, and they still laid off half the team. Right. Well, why are you blaming them? They sold stuff. Why aren't you, no offense. I know there are people out there that love, God, what is that company's called? They did Grim Fandango. Anyway, their last game, that Kiln game, didn't do anything. The Lighthouse game didn't do anything. And I don't know, man. And I'm not trying to trash on any of these companies. I'm just saying, I feel for those discs. I do too. I don't think you should do stuff like that. I don't think you should get rid of these people. I just want to play games, man. I just want to be entertained. Entertain me. So this was supposed to be Nintendo's answer to Gran Turismo. Which, nah. But a friend of mine screamed about it, so they should reboot Quake. They should do something. Been to Vegas. This really doesn't look like Vegas. Okay, that does. Quake all the way. And again, you guys know, oh, Lord, okay. You guys know, gaming would be, you would buy that stuff. You would buy that stuff. You would spend your money on this stuff. That's the part that gets me. You would spend your money on these things. You would spend your money if they rebooted Quake or but the problem is we get a game and it's just, I think a major problem that I have with today's gaming is everything I seem to buy, I'm disappointed in. Everything I buy, I'm like, oh, I'm really excited to get this game, and I get it home, and it just doesn't have the zip or the punch that I've had from other titles. It just doesn't punch. It doesn't feel right, and I don't understand that. I don't understand why I'm just not having that fun anymore. I don't understand it. Time splitters be amazing. I want so badly to find something that just makes me feel that way. So many good memories with Unreal Tournament. I don't know, man. I just wish that we would see. I've never played this game. Something's missing. Something feels off when I buy something. Okay. I think we can do this because you guys are pretty good at this too. I've talked to enough of you to know. Okay? All right? Here. 1080 snowboarding. There's a soul to that game. There's soul in that game. Banjo. Blast Core. Bomberman Hero, the Castlevania, even the Castlevania games, which I'd never played before. Conker's Bad Fur Day, Diddy Kong Racing, especially Diddy Kong Racing, Destruction Derby on PS1. I didn't like the 64 one as much. Those games, there's a soul to these games, and the modern gaming industry, it feels like the soul isn't there. It's like it's a factory just churning out things that it thinks that you want, and that's not what I want. Plus, in general, people are losing it in real life. Laugh out loud. Don't do double or single A titles that are passion projects. Well, see, didn't Sony get rid of Japan video game? Nintendo doesn't get it. They re-release all their old consoles. Maybe if so, they could run in old analog and put up 1080p. I told someone this. There's a guy that works at GameStop, and I said this, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I said that if Nintendo would make Switch cartridges that were gray, that looked like old SNES games, and then the box art was black, and it came with a manual, and it was like Earthbound, and they could charge $39.99, and they would sell out of them. They'd sell out of them. They could literally put the ROM on a cart and sell it for $39.99, and people would buy the living bejesus out of it. I don't know why they want you to get their Nintendo Online subscription. That's absolutely crazy to me. It's crazy to me. So I'm excited for Spyro Realm Beyond. Toys for Bob is very passionate about Spyro. They are. Skylanders. Drew loves Skylanders. Andrew loves Skylanders. I don't know how you guys feel about Skylanders. He collected the toys. He played the shit out of it. Ugh. I think this still has graphical glitches. I'm going to go ahead and pop this up and see if it does. Yep. Skylanders games were underrated. The day physical media ends will be a sad day. I can't imagine not owning anything like a movie or a game. And that's why I'm glad ModRetro is making new games. Absolutely. Can you run SNES games on this? Okay, Wesley, I won't. I won't because they don't run very well on Summer Cart. But the core is coming. Excuse me, I'm getting irpy. The core will be here, and when the core comes, we'll run SNES games like crazy. I do feel like the 90s gaming culture do have more passions behind it. It's all corporate investor bottom. Because everybody that was making games in the 90s, it was very cutthroat, competitive. You know, I mean, look at Sega. Look at the shit Sega was trying. Movies and gaming peaked. I've come to accept that. Exactly. You know what? I know some of you are lurking. Let's see how many people are in here. Hold on. I want you to answer. I want to hear it. Because I got a question. Since you brought it up, and I know it's gaming. We have 28 people in here right now. Okay? Which for a channel of my size is very good. Okay? Favorite film? I want to hear it. What's your favorite movie? Come on. Don't be shy. Type it in there. You mean when Summer Cart or Everdrive makes a core to run them? No, I mean when ModRetro lets the core be put on here. Tremors. Holy shit. Really? You're a Tremors guy. Okay. All right. Jurassic Park. Blues Brothers. Blade Runner. There hasn't been a bad one yet. Troy. Okay, Troy's... You went outside the box. I like that one. Troy. American Gangster. Okay, it's a good movie too. Blues Brothers has the greatest car chase scene next to French Connection I've ever seen. I'm kind of a film buff, because if you guys don't, we talk about it. I write and stuff like that, but I'm kind of a movie buff too. Day After Tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Mine is Chinatown, 1974. Breakfast Club. Okay. My wife and you would get along fantastic. RoboCop. Love RoboCop. How do you not love RoboCop? I snuck into RoboCop when I was younger. I can't remember what children's movie I bought a ticket to. And The Warriors. The Warriors is phenomenal, dude. What is your home cinema setup looking like? I don't have an OLED in the living room. Do not have an OLED in the living room. I have a 65-inch Sony Bravia X90L. Star Wars is a goat. Okay. Love 4K Blu-rays. Love Dolby Vision. Sound system popped, so I gotta get something new. Yeah, I had something that was pretty old. My favorite 4K Blu-ray, really, honestly, because of how crisp the red is in it, is Christine. God, I love the transfer of Christine. My daughter loves that movie, by the way. Top Gun, my God. Can't believe nobody said Top Gun. Dark Knight trilogy, Dune, Lord of the Rings trilogy is fantastic. Jurassic Park films are great too. Don't overdo it tonight. We know you're sick and we appreciate it. We know you're not a quitter, but been streaming for 100 minutes. I'm going to make it to 10. I'm going to make it 10. I'll be all right. I'll be all right, but I'm going to sleep for like 36 hours. I'm just going to let you know that. I'm going to sleep for like 36 hours. So I'm going to conk out. I'm going to hold my dog who's been throwing up all day. And, because I have the greatest. I'll never forget when I was a kid. I was real young. We went into a restaurant. I was really young, and Space Invaders was in there. And it's what started me, but Pac-Man's what got me. Get dunked on, chump. Akira. Oh, Akira. I'll tell a story about that one time when I've got a lot of. Akira's story with me is pretty funny. I really screwed that up. I should not have split them. Oops. Goonies. Goonies is a good movie. Of all time. Terminator. Nothing like Sarah Connor's O-face. I also love Blu-rays. Teenage Mutant Ninja, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Trolls. Bro, how did we forget Terminator? Hey, you guys, I asked you. You guys forgot about Terminator. I gotta give it up though. You guys, pretty diverse group here. Tremors is better than Star Wars. Fight me. All right. I have a friend that is a Star Wars fanatic, and he is so upset with the way that Star Wars turned out. He's just sick to his stomach. He always complains about how Star Wars was so great, and and how it's not the same anymore. I try to tell him I think he's too critical about stuff. I find a lot of things, though. I don't have toxic positivity, okay? But where I do a lot of edit stuff and I read a lot of people's work, I got to try to find the good in it, you know? So I would have liked the ModRetro M64. I mean, to me, it really is a good console, but the fact that they didn't include controller is the only thing I found annoying. Well, I don't know the final cost. My missus loves the Harry Potter movies. I love the Harry Potter movies. Karate Kid. We literally every book. The pre-Disney stuff is way better. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. The pre-Disney stuff is. For those of you that missed it, I will be covering M64 stuff. You know, M64 stuff I will be covering. But I did buy a Japanese Wii U in the box, and I'm going to mod it here and show you, you know, why it's the greatest retro console there is. Because I don't care about emulation and stuff like that. I'm about preservation, because I think that losing games like, oh, okay, I can do this, and I don't have I do not own a car of Ogre Battle 64, okay, which keeps me up at night. I think we've talked about this, okay, but I do have this one. And this is actually a game I actually like that people like shit all over. Wii U is great for emulation. Absolutely. And I'm going to show that. And I'm going to show it here. I actually like this game. And this game is extremely expensive. And these carts are getting lost to time. And soon, we aren't going to have this stuff anymore. This stuff will be gone. And if it's not for the internet and not for like hacking Wii U's or summer cards or things like that, we wouldn't have these things. You know, we wouldn't have these things. We wouldn't have any of this stuff. And that's the scary thing, is how much we've lost, you know, and how much is going away. And if we don't keep a hold of this stuff, you know, we're going to lose all of it. I bought a How Do You Say It remake of Ogre 64. Okay. Have you seen the company that is buying rare books, cutting off the spines off the name, and scanning them and digitizing them? Crazy. I mod my Wii. Yes. Yeah, and you should, because I'm telling you guys, man. First off, you have these guys that, okay, and I don't mind the hustle. I'm a novelist. I'm a bookseller. I go to book shows and I try to sell myself. Okay, I try to sell myself to people and buy books or sell books to people. There are people out there that go like a GameStop. They go in when it's like the buy two get one free, and they buy all the retro games to put them on. They're not gamers. They're buying them to resell them to gamers at a marked up price. Guys that are passing off reproduction cards as real cards. Guys that are, you know, putting things on Facebook Marketplace for like hundreds of dollars higher than what they are. That's a real issue, man. I mean, this stuff is going away, you know, or it's becoming to the point where you can't buy it anymore. You know, gotta use Trig. Lord, I can't stand resale culture. And I mean, if you guys have seen it, yeah, with Pokemon cards, holy crap, dude. I feel bad for the bear. Yes, sir. I don't know, man. Resale culture it's ruining everything, man. It's ruining all of it. And we just keep losing. We do. We just keep losing. And I can't. It's why and my son was right. because he loved this stuff, dude. He loved like retro video games and would tell me all the time that modern stuff just wasn't any good. Oops. Pokemon resellers are awful. And you go to those shows, man, and you watch like a Pokemon reseller, dude. Horrible. Oh, I didn't get it. I know I didn't get it. No, Steve, what? What are you doing? Come on, I gotta hit this. I ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna get it. I ain't gonna get this. Oh! Oh! Damn you, Flu. Pokemon is going to use facial recognition for their Pokemon pack vending machines to combat scalpers. I hope so. Why is Super Mario 64 at my local game store $65? Exactly. Why is it? Aren't there like 75 million copies of that out there? Aren't there like 10 million copies of that game like sold? I should play. Can you try Hydro Thunder? I cannot try Hydro Thunder. Hydro Thunder is one of 3 games that do not work. When ModRetro re-release some games that are pricey, that will shake up the market. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. Like they did for Zest. Let me throw this away, guys. I'll be right back in 2 seconds. I don't know. Gonna sell off my nostalgia stuff and buy a GPU. I used to tell people to buy a PC. Spaceballs. Okay. I'm gonna try to do this one more time. Blows my mind, man. Blows my mind how much this stuff is. A friend of mine, he's a conspiracy theorist. He really is, like, a massive conspiracy theorist. And he says that the reason that the shortage is happening right now. He's like, there's no shortage, Steve. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, there's no shortage right now. He goes, what's really happening? He said is they made so much money during COVID. I went, okay. He says that, and they're not making that much. They needed to find a way. So they created this scarcity, which he's insane. Do y'all run M64? I leave it mostly on Ultra or Super. Making room for Sega stuff right now. Games, cards, and music is stuff I'm no longer attached to. Could get so much money right now. Yes, you can. Artificial scarcity has some truth to it. Okay. I actually sold off all my Magic the Gathering collection. They've destroyed the game. So I got out and got a decent amount for it. My son was always Pokemon cards. I don't like how data centers are damaging local water supplies. No, I don't either. I don't like how it's affecting my industry either with books. Yeah, definitely not living anywhere near a data center. Wake up with a third ball. What is it doing to books? Oh, dude. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you how many people that turn in books to the publishing company and stuff that I do that are AI generated. I had one guy turn something in. He turned something in and it literally still had his prompts in it. Still had his prompts in it. It's insane, dude. It's taking the creativity out of stuff. God. I wouldn't even know how to get back into playing Magic again. They produce so many subsets I can't keep up. Are you keeping your retro stuff since you ordered a M64, or are you going to just have consoles and emulate stuff through the Summer Cart and EverDrive? I know a lot of people that are going to that route. Because some of these prices are just insane to pass up. I mean, when you look online, okay, hold on. I'll do it for you. So Stunt Racer 64 right now is going for $400. $400. I mean, you'd be insane not to sell it. You would literally be insane. You would be literally insane right now not to sell it. Ogre Battle 64, games like that, you would be absolutely insane not to sell it. And just emulate it, or pray that, these companies currently purchasing Switch, PS3, Game Boy, and N64. I'm trying to get a PS3 but like I said, here in West Virginia, it looks like everybody rubbed their junk on it. Man. I'll do one more thing and then I'm off for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's like everybody that owned a PS3 didn't know how to wash their hands or wipe their butt. I don't know what the hell this is. Yes. It's Mahjong. No. I can't believe that. Oh, God, guys. Fighting with myself when it comes to FOMO. I'm not trying to get wrapped up and spend too much. Nothing worse than going to game store product looks like they took it off a dump site and they went top dollar for it. Saw this cool emulator yesterday. I made it. Yes, you did. Almost right at the end, Gabriel. Because I have been fighting myself. And fighting myself here. Ooh, not had that happen. Expansion pack detected. Okay. I was hitting the correct button. I might not have been, guys. Like I said, I'm probably going to be physically ill when I get off here. Arcade. I haven't played this. Going down, son. Please don't push yourself. Guys, I'm okay. I'll be okay. I kind of am very, my wife will tell you, I'm kind of baby-fied when it comes to the flu. I've never played this. What the? It looks neat. I'm going to have to, over the next week or so, really sit down. Is my wife sick as well? No, my wife doesn't get... Yeah. My wife doesn't get ill. My wife is unstoppable. She's a monster. I should just stick to cartridges and skip discs? You think so? I play this all the time. Not sure how the N64 game was. Oh. It's also a base building game on a PC. Well, I tell you what. Over the week, I'll look into it so I can play things a little better. Guys, tonight, whew. I just couldn't tonight. I just, sweating. So, I actually had every intention of playing like Pokemon Crystal for like an hour and then playing Gex for an hour, but I just knew I just couldn't function. I couldn't even concentrate. So, no, Emancipated Hippo, it is not Gex. I played Gex earlier. Wesley, I'm getting ready to run too, so, yeah, thank you very much. Big guy, cart guy, maybe I'll stick to consoles as well. So tonight, we did okay. We didn't have the crowd we had last time. We appreciate you trying and turning up with love. Thank you very much. I'd love to see you play Pokemon Crystal and Gex, Steven. I know. A clear head. There's a lot of thinking in that game. I appreciate it again. I'm worried for a digital future because I have a massive physical game collection of current older games. I'm not worried for the digital future. That's cool. And I'm good, but I just hope that everybody... I just wish things were cheaper for people that really want to get into it. Because here's the thing. Let's say, someone picks this console up and they're not a big fan, and so they're not a big fan of the N64. They weren't, and now they are. It's so difficult for you to come forward and buy this stuff now. Like someone just said, Mario 64, $65. Well, who the hell wants to pay $65 for Mario 64? That's insane. So it's 10:06. I tried to hang on as long as I could, guys. I'm gonna go try to keep whatever food I have in me down, and I'm gonna make some videos this week. I got obviously Y64's Wednesday. If the Wii U comes, I'll more than happily. Mario's like $20-$30 on eBay. Okay. Well, somebody just mentioned that their local game store was selling it for $65, and that was ridiculous. So after 20, yeah. But there's EverDrive, yeah, and there is EverDrive, and there is Summer Cart, and that's something. But if you're trying to just to have the fun of collecting some of these games that you really want, get some sleep. Hope you feel better soon. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for turning up. I hope you and your dog feel better. Yeah, the dog's the main one. I don't care if I feel like trash. I just want the dog to be okay. So, all right, guys. I appreciate your night. I appreciate your time. You guys have a wonderful evening. I promise I'll do better. I'll do better next time. But you have a great evening. Good night.